Dumelang. Welcome to GMTV. Galibito Nakina Osrefilwe, popularly known as Gogo Moyo. Today we're going to be talking about the exciting world of empaths. But before we do, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button for more of our videos. Empaths. Oh boy, empaths have it bad. Why do I say this? Because these are people who are able to pick up on a lot of energies, as well as being able to take someone else's experience and feel it as their own. Everything of theirs is very heightened and it's almost very extreme, to the point where if perhaps someone in my family passes away, God forbid, and I tell my friend who's an empath, she's literally going to go into a grieving state of mind. Not just as a friend accompanying me and supporting me, but she's really going to pull it in and be the one that experiences the loss as if it was their own. These people generally take it a step further. These people end up internalizing the situations that they're in and eventually make themselves sick based on the experiences that they feel. Empaths are really largely prone to anxiety attacks, fatigue, depression, anything that deals with upsetting the mental health institution. So the severity of how they feel something eventually is becoming very destructive for empaths because they take on more than they need. Are you an empath? Do you identify as one? We're about to go into the struggles of an empath. One of their struggles is that they end up feeling a lot of what other people feel. For instance, if I was to hug an empath, they would feel my energies. And if I'm struggling with something, they'd be left with it to struggle with it too later once I've left that moment. Which makes it difficult for them to have romantic relationships, because there's times when you don't want to be touched, they don't need to be touched because they're really avoiding a certain situation. But their partner at the time wants to just love on them. And it makes it very difficult to find someone who's always going to understand that now maybe not the best time. Empaths have a very good intuition, which means they sense more, feel more, a bit more than other people. These people are really prone to being plugged in. Very rarely do things happen around them that they aren't able to pick up on. If you are trying to help an empath lighten their mood or have a great experience, take them hiking or anywhere that is going to allow them to go into a natural setting. This environment is going to be the best environment for an empath because they get to draw good energies from their surroundings. What not to do with an empath? Don't take them to any of concerts, football matches, or essentially any place that would be crowded. This is the worst environment for an empath. Trust an empath to care. Just a little bit too much. These people struggle with not caring. You won't find an empath isolating themselves from a situation or letting it be your problem versus I'll help you through a type of situation. Empaths struggle with not being able to care for others. I think as an empath, you have realized that you have a draw card. There's something about you that makes people offload their business and chest and open up their world of problems with you. People naturally want to come and share their experiences or troubles with you. Unfortunately for you, they actually stay with you a lot longer than you would like. Empaths are very sensitive to sounds, smells, or sensations. They can pick up on a lot of the untold, unheard, or even unnoticed. As an empath, it's really important to make it part of your own practices, if you would. Make sure that you take time out constantly and continuously to step out of the spaces that you're in and absorbing all these energies from, and go recoup, recharge, go work on yourself. If it means to take a getaway, a long drive, or just go sit in nature, whichever your medium or your escapism would be, it's always important to firstly identify that you need the break. I would go as far as saying never will you find an empath, a person who is attracted to conflict, starting a fight, or, very aggressively trying to get their point across, because this leaves them feeling a lot more discomfort than they would pleasure out of winning a point or getting their point across. Our beloved empaths love and thrive on isolation. This is the one place they actually feel like everything has got a controlled element to it as much as they possibly can. You light your candles, you set up your environment to be able to help you offload and receive the world differently and not so harshly as you would in certain uncontrolled areas. I think something that is really a struggle for empaths is that they struggle with setting boundaries. And I'm an empath, yes, but to some degree, a different kind anyway. I'm like one of those people that really struggle with setting boundaries. Yeah, when it gets too much, I'll tell you, like, hold up, I don't appreciate that, and I stand my ground. But to certain points, especially when it comes to family, I find it very difficult to set boundaries. So from a personal perspective, I would understand why it would be so difficult for an empath to set boundaries, because they care so much, they really want to be there for people, and generally people end up thinking that, oh my gosh, this person is, satomile, like this person wants attention again, only to find that this person is really troubled by the things that's going on around them. And sometimes setting boundaries is the last thing that you're thinking of, because you want to really dig your hands into helping the people around you with whatever experience they're going through or whatever problematic stuff is going on at the time. Empaths, I really would like to ask you to be kind to yourself. You deal with a lot of stress, a lot of headaches, heart rates go up, panic attacks, depression, anxiety. Those are the key identifiers that you are really unwell and you're unsettled. Most importantly, there are the 3 mostly empathetic zodiac signs, and they are Cancerians, Pisces, and Scorpio. If you are one of those, I'd really like you to take time with yourself and identify and see if you resonate a lot to the stuff that's going on, the content that's in this video, because you may find that you are struggling in silence and not really realizing that this is actually a thing. Once you identify it in yourself, you can teach the people around you to learn about you and how you need to be treated and how you need to be helped along with the way you process information. And I wish you all the best with finding strength from the struggles that you have by being an empath. Thank you for tuning in. I've been your host with the most, Gogo Moyo. And please join me again next week for another one. Thokozani. They have an amazing sense of intuition that is very strong. An empath would be someone who is very sensitive to sound, smell. What's the other one? Sensations. Dude, I want my bloopers in there, okay? I want my bloopers at the end. Okay. How did I start it again?